In today's video, we are going to see how to implement insertion sort. So first we will write an insertion sort algorithm function, void insertion sort. It takes integer array and size of an array. So in this here for int I equal to 1, I less than n minus 1, I less than n, I plus plus. So here second element onwards we will start insertion sort and int j equal to I minus 1. So here temp equal to a of I. The element you need to be sorted is stored in a of I. So here we have to compare this a of I with the previous elements. So j equal to I minus 1, so we have to compare with until j greater than or equal to 0 and while temp less than a of j, move all the elements which are greater than temp to next position, a of j plus 1 position. So here previous elements until you reach the starting of the array and until all the elements temp is less than the previous elements, you can shift all the elements to a of j to the next location. If this condition fails, if you reach to the starting of the array and temp is no more greater than less than the a of j, then place temp in a of j plus 1 position. So now inner for loop is completed, outer for loop is also completed. So here we will see int temp, int j, now we declare array int a and size of array I to input the array values. Now print of enter the size of array. Now read the size of array into variable n Now enter the values into the array. Into array. So you have to enter n means, so you need a for loop to enter the values into the array for I equal to 0 to I less than n I plus plus. Enter values. Each value should be entered into address of ith location of the array. So now we have array and size. Call for insertion sort. Insertion sort. Array and array name and size of the array. Now you can print the sorted array. So you can print all the elements sorted. Each element to be printed in new line. Here also each element to be read in. So main should be closed. Now we'll run and see if any errors are there. Temp equal to a of I undeclared. So here int temp I undeclared. Semicolon is there, and here also when we copy pasted for loop ampersand also I forgot to remove, just now I removed. Now we'll run. Size of the array is 6 elements. First element say 23, 78, 45, 8, 32, 56. So the array is sorted. So overall this is the program, insertion sort program. You declare the array of size 100. N is the array size you want to enter. I is the index. So here size of array is n. So less than 100 only we have to enter because we reserved the array size is 100 maximum. So if you put input n is 6, we have to enter 6 values into the array. For that for loop I equal to 0, I less than n. So here a of 0, a of 1, 6 values whatever you entered, it is stored in a array, a of 0, a of 1 locations. Now you call insertion sort by passing the array. Name itself is the address. If you send the name itself, that address is sent to the function, and n is the size of the array. So here I equal to 1 to you reach n minus 1 the element. So 0th element you can left because before 0th element I equal to 0 means first element, before that no previous elements. So you start with I equal to 1. So I a of I. So first element is stored in temp and compare with previous elements. If previous elements temp is less than the previous elements, so move those elements to the next location. So a of j is moved to the next location. If any one of this condition fails, suppose if you reached the starting of the array, no previous element, or a temp is no more minimum compared to the previous element, stop and store the temp in jth next location. This is about insertion sort. Thank you.